Hello, today we'll be talking about Pyukumuku. It's the 771st Pokemon, which means we're officially 3/4 of the way done. Not so fast. Brain, the physical representation of my logical and critical side, what are you doing here? I'm here to inform you that you are currently 6 Pokemon early, as the current Pokemon year cycle is 1,036 Pokemon long, despite us only knowing what 1,028 of them are. This isn't even to mention the fact that the Pokemon year cycle will almost certainly shift by the time you get to the 1,036th Pokemon. Okay, fine. We aren't 3/4 of the way through the cycle, just the known Pokemon. Thank you. Anyway, its previous PYC dates are April 7th, 1998, February 6th, 2001, December 9th, 2003, October 10th, 2006, August 11th, 2009, June 12th, 2012, April 14th, 2015, February 13th, 2018, December 15th, 2020, and October 17th, 2023. I don't particularly love its gimmick, as it's disgusting, despite it being a more cartoony version of real-life ability. Although I do love its name, and I think it's cute. I most know Pyukumuku from 2 places. 1, Pokemon Shuffle, 2, New Pokemon Snap. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Pyukumuku, the sea cucumber Pokemon, whose number is 0771. This is what it looks like. Its type is water, abilities, innards, out. Unaware is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 60 or 14.8%. Breeding is a Group Water 1, hatch time 15 cycles. Height is 1 foot or 0.3 meters. Weight is 2.6 pounds or 1.2 kilograms. Base experience yield is 144, leveling rate is fast. EV yield is 2 and special defense. Shape is that. Pokedex color is black and base friendship is 70. Pyukumuku is a water-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 7. It is not known to evolve into or from any other Pokemon. Biology: Pyukumuku is an echinoderm Pokemon with an ovoid black body. Its face has 2 beady pink eyes and a white mouth shaped roughly like a star, or Daimonji. This Pokemon is capable of spitting its organs out through its mouth. The white organs can take different shapes, such as a fist. 2 lines of 3 pink spikes run down each side of its back. The middle spike of each line is about twice as long as the others are. A fluffy white puff forms its tail. Pyukumuku tends to find a spot it likes and stay there, even returning to the same spot if moved. Once all the food in its favorite spot has been consumed, it will continue to stay there to the point of starvation. Its body is coated with a viscous fluid that allows it to stay on land for a week without drying out. This fluid is also beneficial to people as a moisturizer. If stepped on, it will expel its fist-like organs and smack the perpetrator. It particularly hates having its mouth or spikes touched. Tourists dislike Pyukumuku due to its appearance and lifestyle, and often accidentally step on Pyukumuku. This creates a need for part-time jobs on beaches chucking this Pokemon back into the sea. However, people in Alola have already taken to throwing the Pokemon back to the sea, where it can find food when thin. Pyukumuku is shown to have a symbiotic relationship with Pelipper, which carries it after scooping it from the water. Pyukumuku is the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Purify. Additionally, prior to Gen 9, Pyukumuku was the only known Pokemon that could have innards out as an ability. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 7, Sun, it lives in shallow seas, such as areas near a beach. It can eject its internal organs, which it uses to engulf its prey or battle enemies. Moon, these Pokemon line the beaches. The sticky mucus that covers their bodies can be used to soothe sunburned skin. How convenient. Ultra Sun, the tradition known as Pyukumuku chucking started from the custom of throwing Pyukumuku back into the sea after they wash ashore. Ultra Moon, its entire body is covered in its own slime. If you accidentally step on one, you'll slip and it will get mad and smack you. In Gen 8 Sword, it lives in warm, shallow waters. If it encounters a foe, it will spit out its internal organs as a means to punch them. Shield, it's covered in a slime that keeps its skin moist, allowing it to stay on land for days without drying up. Pyukumuku in the Alola Pokedex. Game locations. Side game locations. Stats, base stats. HP 55, attack 60, defense 130, special attack 30, special defense 130, speed 5 for a total of 410. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, fighting, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, ghost, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to grass and electric for double, immune to nothing. Resistant to steel, fire, water, and ice all for half. Learn set by leveling up. 1 Baton Pass and Harden. 5 Helping Hand. 10 Taunt. 15 Safeguard. 20 Counter. 25 Purify. 30 Curse. 35 Gastro Acid. 40 Pain Split. 45 Recover. 50 Soak. 55 Toxic. And 60 Memento. By TM/TR. TM16 Screech.
17 Light Screen, 18 Reflect, 19 Safeguard, 21 Rest, 25 Protect, 31 Attract, 33 Rain Dance, 35 Hail, and 41 Helping Hand. For the TRs, TR 20 Substitute, 26 Endure, 27 Sleep Talk, 29 Baton Pass, 37 Taunt, and 91 Venom Drench. By breeding, this group gives it Mirror Coat, this group gives it Spite, this group gives it Swagger, and this group gives it Tickle through chain breeding. By tutoring's nothing. By transfer from another generation, it gets Bestow, that doesn't work anymore. Buy, that doesn't work anymore. Block, Confide, Double Team, Mud Sport, that doesn't work anymore. Psych Up, Quash, Recycle, and Water Sport, that doesn't work anymore. Side game data, got all this. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. Pyukumuku may look cute, but they pack a powerful wallop. They can spit out their internal organs and use them to fight, or to compete against each other to see which is the strongest. Pokemon Go. Evolution data is just Pyukumuku. Sprites, models. Shiny is green with yellow. So the green is reference to like actual cucumbers. In Gen 8, get the much better models. Homes, get these models. Animation. Pyukumuku in Pokemon Journeys, the series. Go's Pyukumuku is the big one. All this. Pokedex entries in Sun and Moon, episode 56, in the Rotom Pokedex. Pyukumuku, the sea cucumber Pokemon. A water type, Pyukumuku lives in shallow waters and attacks enemies with a fist-like appendage. In Journeys, episode 37, in Go's Rotom Phone. Pyukumuku, the sea cucumber Pokemon, a water type. Pyukumuku inhabits beaches and shallow ocean waters. It can expel its internal organs and use them to grab food or attack enemies. The manga, Pyukumuku in Pokemon Adventures. Got all this. The DCG. Other appearances. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Pyukumuku appears as a Pokemon summoned from the Pokeball. It uses Innards Out whenever an opponent gets close enough to it. Pyukumuku then waves goodbye before it leaves. It can also be picked up and thrown like an item. If the summoner jumps on Pyukumuku, it will make a punch, and the player bounces a little. Pyukumuku also appears as a spirit. Pyukumuku in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Trivia. Pyukumuku has the lowest base speed stat of all water-type Pokemon. I read this subpoint in the Shuckle video. Prior to their removals in Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pyukumuku is the only Pokemon that can learn TMs outside of moves it learns by leveling up that cannot learn Hidden Power, Frustration, or Return. In the Japanese version of Pokemon the series Sun and Moon, when taking photos, characters would say Pyukumuku's Japanese name, Namakobushi, as saying the word naturally makes the mouth form a smile with the teeth showing, similar to saying cheese. This is replaced by the phrase Smiling Eevee in the English dub. Concept and development. Concept art featuring Pyukumuku from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Different angles, and then the different hands, the fist, just out, right, and then the peace sign, I guess. Origin. Pyukumuku may be based on a sea cucumber, some species of which expel their Cuvarian tubules, part of the sea cucumber's respiratory system, to deter would-be predators from eating them. Given its tail and ears, it may also be inspired by the sea bunny, a type of sea slug that became popular in Japan in 2015 due to its cute appearance. It may also resemble Weewaxia, a kind of ancient soft-bodied sea creature. Its innards appear to be based on a human fist. Name origin. Pyukumuku may be a combination of puke, cucumber, and mucus. It may also involve the Hawaiian word pu-uku-uku, tiny, small. Namakobushi may be a combination of Namako, sea cucumber, and Kobushi, fist. Now, languages, later articles, references, external links to the Super Smash Bros. Series. Let's move on. Now let's watch Pyukumuku's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 940, Alola to New Adventure. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, is on vacation in the Alola region. Currently, he and his faithful Pokemon Pikachu are riding a torpedo, like one of the ride Pokemon, under the water. Seeing all these different Pokemon. Pyukumuku. And that is Pyukumuku's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Pyukumuku.
Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't from the series, what we do is we go through these images until I find an image that doesn't contain a Pyukumuku. This is Pyukumuku by Will Engel. I got this pretty good model of Pyukumuku here. This is Sitting Cuties number 0771. 10 Pyukumuku by Philb. Number 0771. Pyukumuku Water Pokemon covering Nintendo. Wallpaper by Zelo Ego. I've got the Sitting Cuties plushie of Pyukumuku here on this gray background. Very well done. This is Alolan Morning by Cosmic Ring and 7. So you've got this interesting art of Ash, Go, a couple Pyukumuku on the beach here. I assume this is probably Go's Pyukumuku. And got a Riolu and a Raboot here. Very well done. This is Fine Weather by Cosmic Ring and 7. Pyukumuku only appears on the first image here. So you've got Ash and the Rotom Dex here. The weather is simply too hot, Ash. Nah, it's totally fine. Just look at Lee. He's doing just fine. There's this carrot kid, I guess his name Lee. There's also a Rockruff and a Pyukumuku down here. And Rotom Dex is all surprised and angry. Very well done. This is Pyukumuku by G-Bomber. So, Pyukumuku number 771. Pyukumuku spitting out like the fist. Here, and then you got a background representing the water type. Very well done. This is Pokopia DLC and Pyukumuku by DFOS98. So got this Pyukumuku here, despite it not appearing in the DLC. But we also have Tatsugiri, the orange one, and a love disc here. Very well done. This is Pyukumuku by Bowser Kazooers 92. So we've got this nice hand-drawn image of Pyukumuku here. Very well done. This is Deep Sea Mordecai request by Ratters16. So you've got this interesting image here of Mordecai from regular show in like the Pokemon world underwater here. And he's riding a Swampert. Got a bunch of love discs, including a shiny love disc. Background here, we got a Corsola and a Pyukumuku. This is also just a real photograph. Got some Finneon, a couple Finneon, and a couple Palafin. Yeah, very well done. This is CC Plump in the Sun by Scarlet Pone. So we got this interesting image of Pyukumuku here on the beach with this umbrella. Interesting. Very well done. This is Pyukumuku Pokemon by Andy Ray 38. So this simple image of Pyukumuku here. Very well done. This is Pyukumuku and Pincurchin by Pokemon. So we've got this fun little image using the models here. Pyukumuku touching Pincurchin here. I guess maybe there's supposed to be a couple. I don't know. Very well done. This is Pyukumuku by CJG Toys Z. This interesting image of Pyukumuku here. I don't know. This is Pyukumuku by Poka Gajinka Once a Day. So, this human version of Pyukumuku here, or maybe it's just supposed to be like a trainer with her own Pyukumuku. Maybe it's like a plush, I'm not really sure. But very well done. This is Pyukumuku Killer by Kitterlings. So, we got Pyukumuku here and like a fly, and it uses its guts and the fly's water to swat it. Interesting. This is Chibi Pyukumuku by Xart Simics. Look at this cute image of Pyukumuku here. Very well done. This is Natalie, Me, in the Alola region by Natalie X Sniffles 1234. So we got this AI image of, I guess, Natalie, the artist. So we got a Pyukumuku down here. Alolan Raichu. Alolan Vulpix. Salazzle. Alolan Sand Shrew. Rockruff. Poplio, presumably that would be like their starter, and Togedemaru. Vaporeon by Stupid Girl Lamau. So we've got this Vaporeon here, and got this Pyukumuku down here, and a Finneon. All that Rose Mew has a different name? I don't know. This is Lily puts Celine sunscreen on by Blueberry Popsicle 902. We got this AI image of Lily putting sunscreen on the nose of Celine here, I guess. And then in the background, we got a Pyukumuku and a Slowpoke. This is 4 of my neutral Pokemon on the bar by God of War Fanatic 2009. So I guess we got these Pokemon that they're neutral about, holding these mugs of beer. This background is a photograph of a bar. So you've got Pyukumuku, Drifblim, Non-Alolan Executor, and Halucha. Very interesting. This is Little Guys by Axo Lo-Fi. So we've got this nice image here of a Snom, Pincurchin, and Pyukumuku here. All kind of simple shaped with spines on them. Very well done. So this is Looking Outside by Tropica Breeze. It's a reaction to Rat Baby. We got this like turtle. And then I think it's supposed to be like a Zorua, maybe? I don't know. This is like a... Yeah, I don't know. It's very sketch art like. And these like anthropomorphic cat people or like Pokemon people. I don't know what Kirby's or this. I don't know what's going on here, but there's a Pyukumuku down here. This is the same image but darker. I don't get what's going on here. This is Pyukumuku by Littlest Porygon Z. So got this nice image of Pyukumuku here. Very well done. This is Alolan Family Gathering by Cosmic Ring N7. Pyukumuku appears in both images, so got Ash here and Lay. Also have the Rotom Dex, Pikachu, Melmetal, Pyukumuku, Midday form Lycanroc, Naganadel, Rowlet, Rockruff, and Incineroar here. The second one sort of changes the eyes to be more, I think, maybe more like the Modder, like the Journeys series, maybe? Very interesting. Very well done.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Type Null. Wait, what? Anyway, as always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.